Okay, 1v1 to 2v1 ground balls. So now we want a coach at each cone, and we've basically doubled up the line. So 8 to 10 players at each cone. We don't need the cone 15 yards away, but that's a good reference point as far as how far away we'd really want this drill to go. We don't want to go too much closer than that. 10 yards is fine, but we definitely want to go further than 15 yards away. We want these to be pretty quick reps. So it's fun to have everyone, or at least the first two players up. So we'll just use this as our example drill here. Everyone's doing the same thing. These first two players in line are going to start on their stomach. All right. So a little bit of a push up start to this drill. The coach would have the ball in their stick. And then you could do one of two things. You could say, on my go or on my whistle, go, or upon seeing or hearing the ball. I like to use an audio cue so they don't cheat. So you kind of roll the ball out early, the ball comes out here, and then on the coach's go or whistle, these two players would then pop up from their position and go battle for this ground ball. So that's our one-on-one ground ball. Whoever wins that ground ball, the other player should be defending you, and your job is to try to pass it back to the coach. All right. And if the coach wants, you could actually have someone else in line. So say, whichever line wins that's their teammate. So they can pass it back to their teammate. That way the coach can just have the next ball for the next drill ready to go, but doesn't really matter there. So we just want to emphasize picking up the ground ball and moving it immediately. All right. So 2v1 ground balls. Now we should be able to keep the lines the same as far as how many people per cone, but now we'd want a third line. So now we have a third line here, and this is just our fundamental man ball. So the line in the middle is by themselves, and the two on the outside are working together. And again, they would start on their stomachs. So the ball gets rolled out. All three of these players are going to go fight for that ground ball. Hopefully, one of the outside lines boxes this guy out, and that's the man. And this guy can scoop the ball for that man ball. However, you're going to have plenty of instances where this person in the middle is just fast and they get there first. So if that's the case and this person in the middle wins the ground ball, their job is to just try to find a little bit of space to get their hands free, pass back to the coach. If the team of two wins the ground ball, we want to emphasize them getting at least one pass. So if this person won it, this defender would try to either cut the pass off or pressure the ball here, make it hard for them, and they want to get at least one pass to their teammate and back to the coach if they want. And this player gets over there quickly, he could actually pass it back, and then they can pass it to the coach. So you can do more than one pass if you want, but at least one to your teammate if you are on the team of two. And that's our 2v1 ground balls. So this is where we want to make sure we're watching the clock here. So maybe 3 or 4 minutes of hard one-on-one ground balls, followed by 3 or 4 minutes of hard 2v1 ground balls.